To be a champion. Many aspire for the title, but only a select few get to bask in its glory. The 2015 season of Monster Energy AMA Supercross and FIM World Championship was the beginning of an all-new era in Supercross. After four-time winner Ryan Villopoto retired from Supercross, a vacuum was created. Who would step in? Who would have the mettle to take the championship to the mantle? Leading the charge was a mix of battle-tested veterans and hot prospects. Ryan Dungey, the Red Bull KTM rider, who had won the title previously, but who was trying to shed the runner-up label that had followed him in recent years. Red Bull Suzuki's Ken Roczen, a popular preseason pick after a great showing in his 450 rookie year. Team Honda HRC's Trey Canard, ever resilient and after that elusive title. Eli Tomac of Geico Honda, looking for sophomore success after a bright rookie year. Discount Tire 2-2 Motorsports Chad Reed, former champion and always a factor in the title race. Justin Barsha of Autotrader.com Toyota Yamaha, only in his third season at 450 and already an established threat to win every main event. And Team Honda HRC's Cole Seeley, sometimes overlooked, but quietly and quickly building an impressive resume in the sport. One of these athletes would have the drive and perseverance to overcome all obstacles and make 2015 their year in Monster Energy Supercross and FIM World Championship. The season opened again in SoCal as over 45,000 packed Angel Stadium in Anaheim for the opening battle. As always, tensions were high, with each of the top contenders looking to start the season at a blistering pace, and all knowing that an early season hole in the standings could prove insurmountable.
The board is up. This is what everybody has waited for all year long. The Monster Energy Cup crown. Whose name will go on that trophy next? The quest to be Monster Energy Supercross champion is about to begin for 2015. The gate drop to kick it all off happens right now, live on Fox Sports. Banging bars and fighting to get to the first corner.
Alessi gets the whole shot, but who has the lead?
That's only a piece of the battle. It's Andrew Short at the front with Roczen right alongside, and the bright yellow riding gear goes to the point.
While Ken Roczen led, another rising star, Eli Tomac, struggled to find his stride.
They're starting to fade it
off. Problems for Eli Tomac.
Oh no.
Struggles once again here at the season opener.
I was just going inside over a little triple and had to go double single. And somehow when I was going over the single, I hit neutral, so just an error.
Back on the track after missing the entire 2014 season, Davey Millsaps was running into problems of his own.
Dungey right behind him, Jeff. That's going to be a pretty... Oh! And is that Millsaps is off? It is! Yep. Millsaps makes a mistake, and he's stuck in that top block. He's got to get back on the track. There goes Reed.
With podium position all important, two title contenders, Trey Canard and Ryan Dungey, came together near the race's midpoint.
Trey was riding really good that night. Obviously, he has been this whole year so far, and you know, he came from behind, and I was trying to do the same thing, come from behind, and I just felt a little flat.
What a great ride for Trey Canard. He's going to go past, blowing by Ryan Dungey in the hoop section there. Ryan squares him back up.
A couple of veterans here going after him.
Both got on the brakes there. Canard kept Dungey from going back underneath of him.
With Canard having passed him, Dungey soon found himself taking out Andrew Short for fourth.
That track was, a lot was hard to separate. You could make a mistake and lose a lot of time, or you could hit your lines perfect in it, but it was still hard to gain time if everybody else, because we were all doing the same thing. So he was riding good that night.
What do you got to do if it's one line? You got to just make aggressive. It nice. Got to make it happen.
Well, like you said, Andrew Short is not going to pull over and let you by.
The veteran Short was maintaining his advantage, but the former champion would not be denied.
Well, here's
and
Dungey
see
again.
the rider coming by in the other lane.
There he goes. Ryan is now through. He's up to fourth.
Roczen was breezing to a lofty lead ahead.
I'd just say the night couldn't have gone any better. I just, like I said, grabbed a good start and just rode aggressive in the beginning, and then, you know, the last few laps, you just kind of like stay right there and just don't make any mistakes.
Here he comes, Ken Roczen to the finish line. He wins the season opener here at Angel Stadium of Anaheim.
A popular pick to emerge as a 2015 champion, Roczen had responded resoundingly to the season's opening bell.
I adapted to the bike pretty quick and felt awesome. It felt good out there today. You know, it's good to get the first one out of the way, and everything went as planned.
While Roczen led overall, Jason Anderson and Canard were not far behind heading into week 2. After a disappointing first round, Eli Tomac needed to turn around his fortunes in Phoenix. With over 50,000 watching, Roczen was focused on earning back-to-back victories.
Here we go. In the gate. Ready to drop the gate and get it going here in Phoenix. Gate drop! Fighting their way into the corners. Tomac with the whole shot. Dungey's right there. And look at this up in the front. Roczen right there battling.
I got the whole shot and actually got passed early on within the first few corners, and at that point it was me and Roczen just going at it the whole time.
Roczen to the lead.
Hey, here's the real. Oh, and Dungey takes the spot, baby.
No, he's not going to get it done. He made a bold move, but he can't get it completed.
Dungey's march forward was interrupted by a surprising race from Weston Pike.
Well, you know, I'm looking at this track, and it's a lot like practice was, okay? A lot different.
Oh, Pike looking inside of Dungey. He's going to make that move. Can he get it stuck as he stands it up on that nose?
Kind of caught me off guard. You know, he's definitely, improving year by year, getting better and better.
The fight at the front was turning into a possible glimpse of the future as Roczen and Tomac continued to tangle.
Oh, and Tomac going for the lead. Roczen pushes him wide.
We battled it out on Phoenix. Both of us were in the front of the start and went back and forth on the first few laps, and I think the fans enjoyed it quite a lot, so it was good. It was good racing throughout the whole main.
How will Eli counter? Two of the youngest, brightest riders in the field battling for the win here in Arizona.
It was a good race because it was clean racing, and you know we could go at it and we weren't going to try to take each other out.
Tomac goes to the outside. These two riders know each other so well.
If you're Ken Roczen, you're thinking, okay, I can let Tomac get by. Nice there. This is some great racing.
The two heavy hitters were giving it all they had at Chase Field. The battle soon reached its crescendo as Tomac got some breathing room.
I think he got me a little bit before the finish line. You know, he jumped outside to that triple and onto the Dragon's back, but it just kind of like went back and forth.
And Tomac, he's up front now. Riding very aggressive, but with a lot of respect.
When I'm battling with Roczen or you're in that moment, you think you belong there, but to actually be there is a whole different thing.
Roczen's got the line now, but Tomac has been quick out of the turn.
The bar-to-bar battle continues.
Tomac takes it back.
Dungey continued to fight Pike for third.
I would probably have to say the whoops that night were tough, and he's tall, he's good in the whoops. So that was the biggest separator. I'd gain it all, and then I'd lose it in the whoops.
Here comes Dungey on the 5. Putting
Set
the
him up
pressure
here.
on Pike.
Oh, Pike, look how much faster he is through the whoops there.
Look how good. Once again, Dungey, his corner technique has always been exceptional.
Here he
Here,
goes.
is he
he's
gonna
got
ride
it
a
now.
wide bike?
Oh, and Weston
He's
takes
got
a
it.
high, but that's not enough. Dungey takes the position.
The battle for first soon reached its crescendo as Tomac got some breathing room over Roczen.
The last lap, I mean, it it's pretty neat, especially when someone's not right on you. You know, I was able to kind of cruise it, so you know there were a lot of cool emotions going through my mind and just excitement.
After a terrible start to the season in Anaheim, he's on his way to his first career win. Big words to the crowd. Eli Tomac wins it in Phoenix.
In the face of Anaheim 1's debacle, Tomac's victory had to be that much sweeter.
You know, that was the battle to the end, pretty much. You know, me and 94 Ken just had an amazing race, to say the least.
While Tomac celebrated, Roczen's second-place finish still kept him in the first overall, with Dungey now 9 points behind him. As the setting moved back to Anaheim, Ken Roczen looked to get back onto the podium's top step. Dungey sat behind him, but had trudged through these waters before, remaining in contention and then pouncing when the time was right. Other names were looking to seal their first victories of the season. But little did we know what lay ahead for Canard and Reed.
Here we go, Anaheim live on Fox Sports 1. Sneaking into the inside. Who's gonna come out with the lead? Boy, this one's tight as they come through that first corner. They're still deciding it.
Fifth off the start.
Oh, short goes right up and over the bars. Collects Anderson, who can't escape it.
After a bright start to short season, it was a tough outcome for the veteran.
We found ourselves probably like fifth place, and I was able to make a couple quick passes, and I got up on Chad and was able to make my way around him.
He's gonna go inside here. Reed trying to find the power to the ground. Fighting for the traction. Dungey knocks Reed off the podium for now.
In the pass on Millsap, we came over the finish line, and I thought I had it, but I had to shut it off. I actually clipped his rear wheel. We went over the tunnel jump, and I just drove it to the inside real hard, and there was a nice little rut.
Watch Dungey here. He's gonna have the inside. No! That's gonna help Reed out too as he closes back in.
Reed goes wide. Let's see if he cuts. Oh, he's going all the way the high line there.
Here's Dungey inside as we go under the over-under. And the Red Bull KTM factory rider finds himself in second.
The night's main drama will unfold in lap 7, as a battle for fourth between Canard and Chad Reed would grab the night's headlines.
Now Canard gonna try that opposite lane to see if he can do what his Honda stablemate Tomac did and take advantage and get around Reed.
Reed just kept enough wheel on Canard there to hold the position.
It'll be interesting to see if Chad takes that line away and goes that way on the next lap.
Yeah, and most of these riders use the left side through the split all day long, and so...
Oh, Canard jumps right into the back of Reed. They both go down and Barsha goes by.
Anytime you see that guy in front, he's all by himself. You gotta try to do your best to at least get up, you know, to a podium position. And thought I was gonna do the same with Chad. I was on the outside of him, and he changed his line, and you know, I just went right into the back of him. It was, you know, probably an over-aggressive move on my part, but just a racing incident, and you know, kind of went downhill from there.
Oh no! Reed had the best race of the year going for the 22.
Oh, he's gonna take
he's
it
not
wide.
happy with Canard at all. At all. And he voices his opinion.
Yeah, you know, I obviously made a mistake and just tried to pick myself up and try to make the most of it. Just got on the bike as soon as I can. My goggles were all sweaty, so went to, you know, kind of adjust them, and, you know, bam, I was off in the tough block.
Canard's shot at a bundle of points was over, but the real shockwaves would be felt by Reed, who was black flagged and disqualified. Ahead, no one was able to touch Roczen.
Ken Roczen going to hold on to the red plate.
Checkered flag awaits. Here he comes, winning 2 in Anaheim so far in 2015. Points leader, Ken Roczen.
Through 3 races in the young season, Roczen had led 52 out of the 60 laps, an impressive feat for the young Red Bull rider.
I just think, you know, we get good starts when we need to, and that's part of the whole deal. You know, it's Man, it was a great main event. Felt awesome out there. Just kept it steady, and Ryan was right behind me, so it was a great race.
Dungey finished second as Mr. Consistency stayed in the picture, now 12 points behind Roczen. Tomac took third for his second straight podium. The Bay Area greeted Supercross's best in round 4. Many were focused on how Reed would respond. While Roczen hoped to keep his momentum, Canard hoped to kickstart his own season.
All right, here we go. Diana Dahlgren's off the track. The gate's ready to go. The revs are up. The energy is up. Here we go from Oakland. Tomac tries to fight his way through, but it's going to be Andrew Short taking the whole shot in the early lead, and here's Roczen right on his tail. Oh, Baggett struggles through that corner.
How about Chad Reed, the 2-2 motorsports rider? He's up to third.
He's right there. And Reed, the Australian, comes to the inside of the German rider. They go bar to bar through the sky.
Oh, and Roczen tries to block him off, and Reed takes second.
Reed puts himself in a position now to challenge for the lead.
The thrilling start had Roczen battling Reed in a back and forth for podium position.
Oh, and Roczen's pretty fast right here to the inside.
Clears Reed, then makes a big mistake. He looked back to see what happened to Reed, and Roczen is down and not feeling good.
Totally thought I could still go for the triple, but it was too big, and it was just kind of a brain fart, you know. It was what it was. It's really nothing I could have done about it anymore, and just had a big hit, chase that triple. But for me, it was important just to get back up and try to get as many points as I can.
Here we go. This is the look. And he looked back to make sure nobody was behind him.
Oh,
he didn't look back to see where Chad was. He knew he was short and was looking back to make sure nobody else was going to land on him.
Reed took advantage, finally primed for his best race of the season.
Dungey is now in second. Reed takes that away. Seeley holds on for fourth. What a turn of events we've got on our hands here in Oakland.
While Reed looked good, Canard looked better.
Only on lap 7 of 20, as Canard now putting the pressure on your leader, Chad Reed.
Made my way up to him, and really I just wanted past him, you know. There was no hard feelings on my end at that point, and I'm pretty sure not on his either.
A week ago, Canard came out of the sky and landed on Reed's back. Reed cuts across. Here's Canard! And we swap the lead again here in Oakland.
Strolling up on the last few laps of the Oakland main event was crazy. It was surreal.
Looking to get another career win. It'll be number 4. And Trey will put himself right in the thick of the title hunt.
As they run now, only 14 points off the lead.
Checkered flag! Trey Canard is a winner once again in Monster Energy Supercross. He takes the win in Oakland.
You know, it'd been 3 and almost 4 years since I'd won a race, and you start to doubt that you can do it. Man, you hear those flame torches go off, and you know it's real. And at that point, it was all smile.
Roczen, meanwhile, was left bloody and had to settle for 15th place. Dungey now eclipsed him for the overall lead by 4 points. As Supercross headed back to Anaheim for the third and final time, Dungey now held the lead, but the pressure was squarely on him, as he was yet to bring home a victory in the season. This round would also feature an elevated start, a unique attribute meant to liven up the already exciting race for the whole shot.
The gate's gonna drop, and it's gonna be down the elevator shaft, 7 feet, as we get this one underway. Here we go, 450 main event, the final one from Anaheim. The whole shot goes to Baggett. Great start for him. The pack chases with Dungey right up near the front in second place.
And ended up getting a really good start in the main event, and Baggett was actually got the start. So we were behind him and was able to make the pass happen first lap, which was ideal, and then was able to ride my laps.
He's right alongside of Baggett.
Well, now if he tries, there he's going to try to hold it to the inside. inside, makes a little mistake. Let's see if Baggett can get on the binders here. No, Dungey gets to the inside.
Dungey takes him high into the sand. Baggett tries to counter. Crowd's enjoying the action. Seeley getting into the fight as well.
Got off to a good start, and then I could feel Trey breathing down my neck the whole first half of the moto.
Seeley trying to get second place away from the Yoshimura Suzuki-mounted Blake Baggett. He'll have that inside corner.
After a slow start, Roczen began to make some noise, approaching Baggett for 4th place.
And I was behind Baggett for quite a few laps, so that helped the people in front of us to gap us, basically. And I kind of just couldn't get by Baggett, you know, and that's when they got away.
Roczen. Watch Roczen cut down right here. Gets inside of Baggett, but can't get the traction. Yes, he does. Baggett tries to answer back.
Oh, Baggett makes up a little mistake, clips that tabletop, and that allows Ken a clear track.
I was in 3rd behind Cole, and I kind of got a little too urgent, you know. I saw Dungey kind of inching away and just made a small mistake, and you know, as fast as we're all going, it turned into a 5th place night.
The Honda guy still running second and oh, down goes Canard, he pushed that front. And around will come Roczen and Tomac.
Canard's mistake allowed Roczen to take over 2nd, but a hard-charging Tomac was right behind him.
You know, I went down to the wire again with Roczen. Ended up having a few different lines where I could carry some momentum around the outside.
And look at this, Roczen and Tomac late in the stages, battling over the podium.
I had a couple different triple options where I was able to catch up to him, and I was able to make it happen the very last lap after the finish line corner.
Final lap. Tomac trying Roczen again. Pushes past.
This round of Anaheim was all Dungey, as he captured his 1st win of the season and expanded his 1st place lead.
Smooth, solid, consistent, minimizing the mistakes. It's what you had to do here tonight. Dungey has executed it perfectly, and he's got his 1st win of 2015. Seeley with a career best, and Tomac's on the podium.
Dungey now held an 11-point lead over Roczen, who placed 4th.
This red plate, it's a good spot. You know, there's a lot of racing left, like I said before, but just how to handle that. And then I know it's kind of jabs you when you have the red plate and got no win, and that's what I wanted. That's what my goal was tonight.
Supercross has been coming to San Diego for 35 years, and now gets to call a new site home, as Petco Park entertained the sport's top riders. The San Diego round was also part of Military Appreciation Weekend, as the opening ceremonies paid tribute to the men and women of the military. The sellout crowd was treated to another exciting round.
Gate drop from San Diego. Alessi trying to get the whole shot. Around the outside, he's off the track, and it's going to be Roczen right to the front.
I was making mistakes throughout that whole main event. You know, I just flipped things, and I wasn't really focused enough.
Canard runs in 2nd.
Yeah, I didn't get the greatest jump at San Diego. I was kind of, you know, between Roczen and Shorty, and both of them kind of out-jumped me, and was able to make good work of it.
So the Team Honda HRC rider, who has 1 win this year, has already gotten around short and is setting after Roczen.
I mean, it was really just cat and mouse. You know, we were really close in speed.
Canard would trail Roczen in the early going, but seemed to be waiting for his chance to pounce.
How much patience is Trey Canard going to show when it's obvious he always knows? None!
Roczen right back!
I like
takes
this
it wide,
line.
and Canard takes the lead away. He's got the inside of the next corner. Oh, a good battle already setting up here.
Tomac was looking to enter the podium picture, but would run into some problems.
At the end of the first lap, I got bumped by Chad before the finish line. Kind of roughed me up a little bit and ran me a little bit wide up the finish line. So I actually went back after him in the next corner and pretty much tried to bump him a little bit again, you know, give him some back. And I don't know, somehow my swing arm or my rear hub actually hooked inside of this foot peg, and it just pulled my bike out underneath me.
Canard was now out ahead, but as the night wore on, Roczen wasn't backing down.
Here he is, and the crowd's starting to get antsy as they can sense the battle picking up heat.
Trey passed me, and then from lap 10 on, I kind of wheeled him in a little bit again, and it was a good fight throughout the whole moto, and then I got screwed up by lappers a little bit.
You see how Way had gone to the outside. Roczen's had to change his line a couple times through there, and that's going to help out Canard huge.
Got to make some time through the whoops.
Slower riders in front of him. Will that come into play?
We're hitting lappers back and forth, and you know, we just try to get around them in the right places, and thankfully I got around them in the right places.
Crowd getting up on their feet. Roczen trying to make a run. He hasn't made a mistake though on that 41. The Team Honda HRC rider, checkered flag, and Trey Canard wins the first one here at Petco Park in San Diego.
Canard's second victory of the season brought him to within 18 points of the lead. Roczen's second place finish pulled him to within 9 of Dungey, who finished in third on the night. After its final stop in the Golden State, Monster Energy Supercross would head east and onto the all-new dirt of Arlington's AT&T Stadium. Nearly 55,000 were in attendance to see a narrow fight at the top of the standings continue.
Great dirt. Aggression won't be a problem. How aggressive do you want to be? Dungey's going to make a statement. He goes right for the whole shot, and he's got it.
Got the whole shot and was able to just put down good 20 consistent laps as well.
Here comes Millsaps. He's right there on the 18. The best we've seen out of Davey so far this year. Look at Millsaps. Here he comes. Millsaps got a great run through that whoop section.
Millsaps has been really good in that second set of getting to the right side, where if he can get next to Dungey possibly, he can take the lead in this main event.
It's really hard to kind of catch up then, you know, but it was important that I get my Millsaps really quick.
Here comes Roczen. He got over that big wall great. Uses that outside rut over this one, and he is definitely closed the gap on Millsaps.
Oh, he's
trying to get inside.
Line.
Makes a solid move.
Tonight, for sure, the Davey Millsaps that we saw a couple years ago.
Right.
Oh!
And down he goes. He loops out, and away goes Canard.
The lap 6 crash was a crushing result for Millsaps, who finally seemed to be putting together a strong race after struggling in the early rounds. Dungey, meanwhile, was looking great ahead, blowing away the competition for his second win of the season.
Here he comes.
Pretty impressive ride. That's bad news for the competition.
And KTM's going to have both red plates going to Atlanta. Final corner. Ryan Dungey, the Diesel, chucked his way through again. He's the winner as he lights the candles with a heel clicker in Dallas.
It was Dungey's 7th straight time on the podium, and his triumph earned him a 12-point lead over Roczen, who finished the night in 2nd place. Canard took 3rd. Having not won since Anaheim #2, Ken Roczen was trying to stay in the hunt and had won in Atlanta the previous year. However, a horrific crash in practice left him at less than 100% before the night's festivities began. While he was maintaining his health, Chad Reed still remained shut out from the winner's circle. He looked to change that in the Georgia Dome.
Is anybody going to challenge Dungey? Time to do it now as we drop the gate in Atlanta. Anderson tries to go the outside, but look at Reed. Chad Reed right up the inside into the lead.
Wow, Chad Reed executes the perfect start, has a clear track, and Chad Reed is one of those riders, 2-time champion. When it's time to flip the switch and go into main event, he can get it done.
Dungey, who had won KTM's first ever round in Atlanta in 2012, was charging to the front.
We were running 4th there in the beginning, right behind Nicoletti. You know, off the dragon back, couple laps in, we were able to make that pass.
Oh, Dungey blows by. He's up to 3rd. And the points leader now is in a podium position.
Tomac was struggling to gain ground and ran into trouble before he could make a dent in the night's proceedings.
Team Honda HRC rider. Oh, down goes a Geico Honda Tomac. He just lost the front end, and down he went.
Yeah,
and you can see how the sleeve got pushed all the way up on his jersey, and I'm not sure what went wrong there.
Roczen was still trying to recover from his tumble in practice and earn valuable points on the night.
You gotta wonder, Jeff, how that hurt leg is gonna deal with 20 laps in competition here in the Georgia Dome.
When the adrenaline is going, you just don't think much about it. You have so much focus on trying to win this championship, put himself back into a good position. Roczen's faced some adversity this season, but right now he has to go through it again, and there he gets the spot from short, just on the inside.
That'll move Roczen up to 11.
He wouldn't remain upright for long, however.
Watch the far right of the screen.
That
Big
is...
wreck here for Roczen. He goes flying. The second huge crash of the day.
Far left side goal. That is a big ejection there. Lands on a tough block, and look how close the bike comes to landing on him.
Another vicious crash for Roczen spelled doom for his night, as he'd finish 18th and fall far behind the leader. With Roczen in the dirt, Dungey had a great opportunity to build the separation at the top of the standings.
Pike was in front of us, which took about 8-9 laps in to make that pass.
Here's Dungey. Coming right after Pike, cuts back down, and the 5 goes for second. Drag race, brake shifts, and he got it. Great move by Dungey.
While Reed stayed ahead, Dungey was gaining on the 2-2 motorsports rider.
The position I was in, to close on him as quick as I could, and he can see that, and kind of rile him a little bit. That way you can try to make the pass a little easier.
Boy, Dungey is really putting the pressure on.
See, and it's just a little bit. It's like you're fighting for every little tenth of a second you can get, and Dungey gets past Alessi pretty clean also.
Look at how good Dungey gets through that blip section. That bike just does not move at all.
What a night it could be for Chad Reed, Ralph. Oh, here we come.
He got a glimpse. He saw Dungey out of the corner of his eye. He knows who he's got the battle with.
Reed looks back over his right shoulder, over the triple. Wants to know exactly where Dungey is.
Dungey does not get a good enough run through there this time. Chad Reed working his way to the checkered flag.
Hey.
Quick look over the shoulder. Here's the wall jump. Now he's got a full hand through throttle. 1 corner to go. The crowd on his feet. Chad Reed wins Atlanta.
Reed's long-awaited victory was the 44th of his career, 4 behind Ricky Carmichael for 3rd all-time.
Hats off to this Discount Tire 2-2 Motorsports race team. It's had our ups and downs. I'm old as the hills, but it's still a hell of a lot of fun out here racing with these kids.
The Georgia Dome was again the sight the following week, as some of NASCAR's greatest of the past and present came out before a crowd of over 53,000. Jimmy Johnson got things rolling.
Riders, start your engines.
Here we go. Gate drop. Second weekend in the Georgia Dome. Whole shot could be critical. How about Weston Pike stepping up?
Chad Reed's on the inside. Is he going to push him wide?
Can he get through the sand quicker? Yes! Reed comes out with the lead, and the crowd goes nuts here.
Pike's battling back.
Having, all the NASCAR guys there, and, my whole team, from the NASCAR side, and, the Coach Gibbs and all that stuff, everybody there, it was definitely cool getting out front and, definitely showing those guys a good race and stuff like that.
Reed trying to escape the clutches of Pike and Dungey. He bobbles. Pike's right there. They look at each other. Oh, what a whip from Pike. Oh, this is going to be good. He grabs a handful of throttle and starts to squirt away.
This is not at all what Chad Reed needs at this point. He wanted a clear track like last last week. Now he's going to have to battle. All the years of experience that he has are going to have to come into play if he's going to win 2 in a row here in the Georgia Dome.
And nobody thought Weston Pike would be the guy they'd be chasing. The Joe Gibbs Racing rider out front.
First whole shot of my career racing and stuff in a main event, and it was definitely rad, getting out front and running that pace to the top guys, finally getting out there and feeling comfortable. And I think Reed made a mistake early in the race, and then I ended up getting away a little bit. I think around like lap 6 or 7 or something like that, I started going a little bit backwards, just kind of getting back on the bike.
There's some different lines starting to develop. Reed goes into the
makes
tough
a
block.
big mistake. Big mistake, and he's off into the tough blocks and caught up in the midst.
After Reed's crash, Canard and Tomac engaged in a battle for third.
Canard trying to cut back inside. Tomac trying to hold him on. He looked so good in his heat race, Tomac did. Canard, of course, has to get around to keep in the points on with Dungey.
Dungey was putting the pressure on Pike in the fight for first in lap 5.
Let's see how aggressive Dungey rides here. He's looking like he's hunting him pretty hard.
Racing with him is always good, Just, having him behind you and pushing you and stuff like that. And, you kind of learn his lines of where he's going to pass you, what he's going to do and stuff like that.
He's going to have to go pretty quick. Here he comes inside. Pike, we know, is not going to make it easy.
Well, then Dungey's going to have company. There's Tomac right on him. Dungey has to make quick work of Pike here.
That is not going to be easy.
Time.
I'm telling you, Pike is going to be as wide as you can possibly make that Yamaha.
Wow, look at this. Allowed Eli Tomac to get.
Okay, watch
Pike
right here.
bobbled in the sand.
Watch right here.
Can open the door. Here he comes. Dungey outside. Pike takes him high. And now Canard is there as well. Dungey going to take him to the bottom.
No, Dungey misses a triple. Canard gets by Tomac. Now, let's see what happens here. Oh, we got Canard going to the inside.
Pike is not giving anybody any room. Dungey comes flying up the inside. Great move. Canard tries to come along.
He gets pushed wide. That's going to allow Tomac to have the drive, and he gets by Canard.
And Canard tries to get back inside as they almost go 3 wide. Here's Tomac.
There were 3 bikes on the outer half of the racetrack.
And what this is doing is allowing Dungey to disappear.
Oh, yeah. This is just what he needed.
Canard takes both spots away, moves up into second. The race is on. First and second points. First and second in the main.
After getting into podium position, Canard and Tomac would battle for second for the latter half of the race.
Tomac has been taking roost off the back of Canard's bike for close to 10 laps or so now. Look at that, they're all the way on the outside. It must be so slippery on the inside of that start straightaway.
Their battle was of little consequence to Dungey. He built up a tremendous lead on his way to his 3rd win of the season.
Here he comes. Ryan Dungey wins it here in Atlanta.
Dungey now led by 30 over Canard, who placed 3rd on the evening. Tomac came in 2nd. A rowdy crowd of over 60,000 at Lucas Oil Stadium in Indianapolis were ready to welcome in Supercross's best. And Trey Canard knew that he had to make a push if he'd have any hope of closing the gap on Ryan Dungey. Things would get off to a rollicking start in the race for the whole shot.
Who's going to get the 600 Supercross? How about the whole shot to Andrew Short? Man, is he good on that tonight. Dungey's right there. Seeley, here comes Tomac.
That's Grant down, I believe.
Dungey going for the lead. Trying to get around him, and does.
Wow.
As the race neared the midpoint, Canard was battling with Andrew Short.
Trey, big jump there. Gains a lot of ground on Andrew Short.
Okay, watch what he does. He goes wide here. Oh, no, that was... Oh, he did triple.
Yeah, he got
triple from the middle also. Wow.
That was awesome.
Weston Pike was next up for the charging Canard.
This battle here is Canard and Pike, and Trey continues to march forward as he gets around Pike to get up onto the podium.
Dungey would go untouched ahead. the KTM rider tightening his stranglehold on the point standings.
Dungey's inching one step closer to the title.
And for the fourth time in 2015, Muscat wins at 250. Dungey wins the 450 as he takes his 5th victory of the year, tying himself with the great Damon Bradshaw.
Dungey had now won 19 450 main events in his career and is the 5th rider in history to win back-to-back races in Indy.
Practice, everybody was so close. We were all running the same pace, and it was going to take something more to bridge that, or to open up that lead if we got the whole shot.
Dungey's lead was now 45 points over Canard. There would definitely be fireworks at Detroit's Ford Field, and those fireworks would come early. In one of the heat races, Jake Weimer and Trey Canard were involved in a horrifying crash. Off a jump, Canard landed on Weimer's back, prematurely ending both of their nights. Both were carted off, and Canard's subsequent broken hand would end his Supercross season. With that frightening episode in the past, the main event was next.
All right, ready for a little Motor City madness. Drop the gate.
Couple of KTMs up front.
Short with the whole shot. How long will it last? Dungey right there. Millsaps, he's coming on pretty strong. Davey Millsaps, did you watch on the KTM Spider Cam?
Couple of riders banging bars there in turn 2. Things shuffled up quite a bit.
Tomac sits in 3rd. Could it be a sweep night for Geico Honda?
Starts have been so important this year. Position on the first lap has been critical for winning the main event. And Tomac coming around the outside.
Tomac really on the throttle hard as he's bar to bar with Millsaps. Up the hill they go. He's got the inside position. And down they come off the mountain. Tomac on that outside, Jeff, right there alongside those tough blocks. It's going to work to the inside here.
Looking to continue his hot streak from a week ago, Cole Seeley zeroed in on Davey Millsaps in a battle for 3rd place.
He knows he's got a battle, and Seeley has one for Millsaps. Seeley on the 14 in the bright yellow riding gear. The Monster Energy Kawasaki races him to the top of the hill and then sees the Honda scored away as he moves off into 3rd, goes Seeley.
Dungey wouldn't ride to another comfortable win in Detroit as Eli Tomac battled with him for the lead.
And look at how close Tomac is. Oh, he's there to the inside.
They both caught it. Tomac's your leader.
That was a great move by Tomac. Slides right on up the inside there.
Unfortunately, the night's crashes weren't over as Jason Anderson endured a nasty tumble.
Oh, he clips his foot.
Oh, man, look at that.
Oh, and then he gives a little throttle there and goes down really hard.
At the front of the pack, it was Tomac, who had successfully fought off Dungey to secure the win.
Tomac towards a checkered flag. Celebration begins. What a night. Geico Honda dominates Detroit, and Eli Tomac takes the 450 win.
The victory was Tomac's 2nd of the season, but Dungey didn't seem displeased, finishing 2nd on the night, as his season lead expanded to 67. While Dungey was coasting to a wide lead in the point standings, Tomac was hoping to continue his breakthrough season, which now found him just 10 points behind for 2nd place overall. For the 20th time, Supercross would ride in St. Louis, and over 58,000 were on hand for all the action.
Let's drop the gate and go racing! Andrew short with the whole shot, but is he going to hang on to the lead in a wild wreck? Oh my! Flying off into the top blocks as Dungey flies off into the lead.
The night's biggest battle would see Eli Tomac and Jason Anderson battle for 2nd place.
Anderson could use a good run and to stay on the top of the podium.
And Ralph, Eli Tomac's the fastest rider on the track. He's about half a second quicker than anybody else out there. If he can get past the cleanup,
man, Anderson matched him through there. Tomac to the outside again. Anderson hanging on the inside. How about at the end of the lane this time? And look at Tomac just push past.
Tomac is on fire right now.
The night's win would give Dungey 6 for the season, tying his own personal best.
And when they do, and they do it again here in St. Louis, as Ryan Dungey wins the 450 main.
Houston's NRG Stadium was the site where Dungey could secure his long-awaited second title. Over 48,000 were ready to witness Supercross history. For Ryan Dungey, this moment was a long time coming. Many had doubted his move to KTM after winning on a Suzuki in 2010. But Dungey persisted, and after pushing himself to the top of a loaded field, was about to cast the doubters aside once and for all.
Can Ryan Dungey win the championship? Gate drop time in Houston.
Oh, and Dungey gets bumped around. He gets shuffled back to mid-pack.
It's going to force him to push. How will he do?
While Cole Seely led the pack, Dungey's poor start put a giant obstacle in his way in his effort to clinch the title.
Dungey shown intent as they came over the finish line jump.
He just made some moves there as Brayton, few riders get together. It looks like Brayton and Tomac.
Whoa! Some aggressive riding there with Barsha is going to cost Dungey a couple of more spots.
3 spots.
To Dungey's plus side is the fact that Tomac, once again, did not get a good start.
Like he has many times throughout his career, Dungey was making progress, pushing through the pack and towards the front.
Oh, Dungey quads, comes right past and makes a great move.
That's the type of aggressive riding that I was saying Dungey needs to do. Just not be conservative, be smart, of course, but just get out there and ride like he knows how to.
Can he get it in the title? Oh, Grant takes him wide. Dungey comes up the inside. This could be for the championship right here.
On a night in which Dungey looked to win the championship, Cole Seely continued his ascent, winning his first main event of his career. But Dungey would get what he came for, rebounding to finish second on the night and capturing his second championship, 5 years after his first.
That Ryan Dungey becomes the 2015 Monster Energy AMA Supercross and FIM World Champion for the second time.
Where's the 8mm, my man?
Well done, buddy. Well done.
Proud of you, buddy.
Awesome.
Thanks, my man. Thank you for everything. It's really hard to put everything into words right now. All that's running through my mind, and it just doesn't set in just yet. It's amazing, the accomplishment. I mean, it's 2010. It was awesome to win it, but I feel like we earned it this time.
With the race title decided, it was time to head to Levi Stadium for the first time ever. Justin Barsha was looking to continue his way back from injury, entering his second main event since a pelvic injury kept him out weeks.
The gate is ready. The revs come up. Here we go, live on Fox Sports. Oh, fighting for traction. Who's going to get to the line? It's going to be Barsha. And Reed up the inside.
Barsha's going to be able to hold it. Let's see. Reed's going to have the outside going into the next turn, and Dungey's right there. Barsha takes him high, and that allows Dungey possibly to go by.
Reed holding on to the spot. Here comes Dungey. He's got a fistful of throttle, but Reed gets to the corner just a little bit earlier.
Despite a great start, Barsha soon found Dungey nipping at his heels.
Here's Dungey. Great drive over the wall. New leader.
Eli Tomac was settling in as the night continued, taking on Justin Barsha for second in lap 10.
Oh, here comes Tomac again.
There
Up the outside. Can he cut back down? Yes. That time he did, and he'll take the position away.
10 to go.
Here comes Tomac, a great drive. And the Geico Honda rider is now in second. Any chance he can reel in Dungey? Well, yes, because we're only halfway.
While his grasp on the podium was slipping away, Barcia found other competitors lurking as he tried to maintain a top 5 spot.
See Anderson going to try to get to the left, because if you can get next to the rider here coming into this left-hander, you can make the pass.
And he does.
Oh. Anderson and Barcia both have a very similar riding style. Not afraid to be aggressive.
Whoa, and Seeley now has gotten around Baggett. There you see the Honda, number 14. And he is closing up on Barcia inside. Ooh, and he almost had him.
Baggett really held the high line. Oh, he had a lapped rider in his way. Seeley's going to get past Barcia.
The Team Honda HRC rider, Seeley, trying to get around Barcia. Still can't get it done. 3 riders battling here as Baggett closes back in. Yamaha, Honda, and Suzuki all squabbling over a spot in the top 5.
Dungey was running great ahead, about to reach a new career best in season victories.
7th win of the year, the 21st of his career. Currently 8th on the all-time win list. And he gets it! Ryan Dungey has another one. He is now 7 wins behind the great Bob the Hurricane Hanna.
While Dungey enjoyed his 21st main event win, Tomac and Pike also hit the podium, finishing in 2nd and 3rd respectively. Supercross again visited East Rutherford's MetLife Stadium for the penultimate round of the season. Over 60,000 were on hand for another round with the best in the sport. And for the first time ever, Supercross was televised live nationally on Fox. Would Tomac push Dungey in front of the raucous crowd?
Here we go, the engine revs, come on! Gate drop time! Oh, a much smoother first corner than we all expected. And Andrew Short goes 3 for 3 with hole shots today. He gets another one, the most important one in the main event. Here comes Seeley, jumping through the outside and into the lead with Barcia following suit in 3rd.
In lap 2, Tomac would start to make his move.
Tomac, lap time-wise, has been the fastest rider of the day. There he triples around Andrew Short. Tomac on the move.
Tomac is on a charge. He has gotten around Pike, and the Geico Honda rider in the multicolored riding gear on that number 3 is up to 2nd, about 3.5 seconds behind Seeley.
Still finding his way back from injury, Barcia would be in for a rude awakening as the race neared its midpoint.
Oh! Barcia just gets ejected off of the 51, and another vicious crash for Justin Barcia. Then he gets hit by another rider. Oh no!
Tomac tracked the leading Seeley in lap 13.
Tomac is closed right up on him. The 42 is just in front of them, LeMay. Here comes Tomac! He blasts through the whoops where he's been struggling and takes the lead away from the 14 of Seeley.
Now how hard will Seeley fight back? Does he have any more gas in the tank?
Dungey was up next, pushing Seeley for 2nd.
Because Ryan Dungey has closed in a hurry, and the champ goes by.
Okay, guys, the race is on. The fans here at MetLife Stadium are on their feet. Can Ryan Dungey catch Eli Tomac?
Tomac wouldn't be challenged, winning his 3rd race of the season.
And the checkers fall for Eli Tomac. Wins in Phoenix, Detroit, and now live on Fox at MetLife Stadium.
It was all smiles for Ryan Dungey as he entered the season finale in Las Vegas with a 15-race podium streak. It was only the 25th time the gates would drop in Las Vegas, but Dungey's 100th main event start Tomac was after bragging rights, going for 2 straight over Dungey. A long hole shot would await the competitors. Who would gain the early advantage?
Here we go. Live on Fox Sports 1, the final race of the year is underway. Crowd getting into it as these guys take off and begin the charge to the checkers for the final time. Dungey right up at the front. Brayton gave him a run, but here comes Tomac.
Just as the crowd wanted, Tomac and Dungey began dueling early.
Look at Tomac get through that whoop section.
Yeah, his bike's working really good through the whoops. Lost a little bit. Look at this.
Big move!
Nice.
Crowd loved it too, didn't they?
Oh, it was awesome.
Dungey's going to have to block. Whoa!
Tomac coming right after him. Powering to the inside on the big Honda and right into the lead. That KTM's got plenty of power as well. Over the ski jump and into the roar of the approval of the crowd here in Sam Boyd Stadium.
While entering the whoop section on lap 4, Tomac encountered some trouble.
All right, here's the whoops. What do they do? Look at Tomac. He's got a great run through there.
Yeah, Dungey went sideways as well, and
and Eli loses the front. He's up and going again.
Dungey was now in control and ready to cap off his season in style.
And Ryan Dungey gets his 8th win of 2015 to go along with his 2nd championship.
Dungey celebrated his 8th win of the season, a triumphant culmination of a magical season for the KTM rider. After 5 years, Ryan Dungey was back on the Supercross throne, dominating the season and outlasting all challengers in the ultimate endurance test. Dungey's ability to repeat will be difficult. Eli Tomac, Trey Canard, Ken Roczen, Justin Barsha, and Cole Seeley will all be worthy candidates to snatch the championship away. And what will happen when former champion James Stewart returns to the track? 2016 is sure to be another exhilarating season of Monster Energy AMA Supercross and FIM World Championship. Don't miss out. Be there live. Tickets are on sale now at supercrosslive.com. See you next season.